Welcome to Monday Simply Stampin' in the Meadow. I'm Verna Mullen. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm located in Western New York State on a farm in Canisteo, between Canisteo and Greenwood, New York. And welcome to Monday Simply Stampin' in the Meadow. My studio is in a meadow, and that's where I'm coming to you from tonight. It's been a little rainy here today, but pretty nice out right now. I have a beautiful, fun project for you. It is a simple fun fold that we are going to make into 3 different layouts. So I'm anxious to show that to you. So welcome tonight. A couple things I want to mention to you. Stampin' in the Valley. Hey, Ma. How are you tonight? She says, howdy, lovely lady, and I say that back. Stampin' in the Valley is Thursday night at the Canisteo American Legion. Come out and have some fun. We're going to make 6 cards, 3 different designs, 2 of each design, and it's a lot of fun. It is free with a $25 purchase or $20. It starts at 6:30 p.m. If you're interested in that, you email me at vernastamps@gmail.com just so I have an idea of how many are coming. And hi, Margaret. And thank you so much for sharing, commenting and sharing. If you comment and share, you'll be put into a prize for a drawing next week. So this week's winner is Paula. Let me put the down on the project because you can see how to spell her name. Paula Avion, and she is the winner of the beautiful faceted pearls. This week's winner will get a package of the elegant faceted gems, and that's these right here. And Paula, if you would message me with your or you can email me at vernastamps@gmail.com with your address information, then I can get those out in the mail to you. Also, let's see. So that is, if you want to order with me tonight, this is the host code to use at checkout. It is 6VNKAMRY. And if you place an order of $35 or more with me from now until Saturday at midnight, I will send you the kits to make each of these cards. If your order is $50 or more, I'll send you a package of gems also. So, and where you can shop with me, I will have a link down below for that. And also there will be a free PDF for the cards tonight. And that will be on my blog, and I'll have a link to my blog where you can get that free PDF and download it with the measurements and the supplies for these cards. Hey, Rosalie. I know Margaret. Margaret taught me how to make a bow with a fork. So that was really cool. Okay, we're going to start with and thank you, Margaret. That's something I will use. We are going to start with our basic hard fun fold, and I'm starting with a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 inch thick basic white cardstock. And it was, and we're going to score this. We're going to score it at 4 1/4. And I've got my paper trimmer here, and I'm putting it at 4 1/4. And this is the scoring blade, the lighter colored one. And then we're going to move it down to 7 inches, and which is right down here, and score it just like this. All right, so this is our basic fun fold, and we're going to do 3 different layouts with this tonight. So we're going to go ahead and fold that. And then this little flap where we scored is going to fold back like this. Just like that. All right, so I'm sure you guys have seen this before. We're going to do a few different things with it than than maybe you have seen in the past. And tonight I'm using the bundle Season of Chic, I'm not sure how you say that. What I love about this is it has stamps and sentiments for every season of the year. There's summer and spring, fall and winter. And it has different sentiments that go with those seasons. It's a photopolymer stamp set. And then the dies also have, these are the cool dies. They're really neat. They have the leaves, the seashells, the snowflakes, and also flowers. So they're really cool. And I've used those tonight. And the other thing I'm going to be using is the Texture Chic Designer Series paper. And this is a specialty paper because one side of it has gold on it. There's one side that is non-gold and then another that has the gold in it. And you can see I've used quite a bit of this and cut it up. It's beautiful paper. There's the front and back of that. And I'm missing some pieces here that I've used up, but that also has paper for all seasons in it. Really nice and pretty paper. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do for this card is we are going to put our layers on, and I have a piece of designer series paper. I'm going to center, I have one piece I'm going to put right here on the side. I've cut this too small, so I'm going to cut that a little wider. And I'm going to bring in my Tombow glue. I just have it in a different glue bottle. If you're on here and you haven't been on here before, or even if you have been on here before, say hi and tell us where you're from. It's always fun to meet new people. Okay, and this is 5.5 inches long, so it's going to go the length of the card. I want to move this over just a little bit here, like that. This is going to fold back, and we're going to adhere this down. So I'm going to bring my glue in. Does anybody else have this set or the designer series paper? At first I really didn't like it, but the more I've seen done with it, I grew to really enjoy it and think it was really pretty. So I'm going to hold that in place just a minute. Well, hello, Mary Lou. It's nice to have you here. Ocean Isle Beach, North. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Especially on a rainy day like it's been kind of rainy here and gloomy this morning, but a little nicer this afternoon. It's so nice to have you here. Okay, now we're going to take, because I cut this piece wrong here, I need to cut a piece that is 1.25 by 5.5. And I'm going to bring that back in. So 1.25. I hope it wasn't 1.5. Well, we'll soon find out. By 5.5. And let's see if this gets sent. Yes, it does. All right, so we're going to center that right on there. Yeah, I love this designer series paper. Hey, Jack. Nice to see you. I hope you're recovering good and doing well. Okay, that goes on there like that. All right, so we've got that done so far. And then we have a large piece. Now this is a fall piece. You can see the leaves in it probably. And this is we're gonna glue this on the back of here. So this is gonna stick out this much on the front and be part of our front. I wonder if I want it this way. I think I want it that way. So I am just gonna put my adhesive on my card base right here. In case you didn't hear it at the beginning, I'll put a little bit there too. There is a PDF with the measurements and the supplies, and I'll put a link for that if it's in the comments on Facebook, and if you see it on YouTube, I will put it in the description there. And also, if you want to shop with me and your order is $35 or more, I will send you the kits to make each of these cards and all the pre-cut pieces. If your order is $50 or more, then I will send you gems to go with it, and that is good until Saturday. And this, you have to use this host code here. Okay, so this is nice because it showcases designer series paper. And that's one thing I really like about this card pattern. Because you have this big piece on the inside there. Oh, good, you are. I'm glad, Deb. So now we're going to decorate the front of this, and I have used the rustic pumpkin dies. I want to make this a fall card. I'm going to show you those dies. I have a pile here. So I have die cut the pumpkin, and you can see on this die that it also makes kind of a rough texture on it too. And I've used the pumpkin and the stem. And I've already die cut the pumpkin just to save time. And it is right here. And I don't know if you can see the texture on it. And there's the stem, and the stem has texture on it too. Thanks, Margaret. Okay, and I'm just going to put a little bit of blending color on that pumpkin. So I'm going to grab my blending brush, or you could use a sponge, whichever you'd like to use. Actually, I'll grab a sponge here. And I'm going to grab my Evening Evergreen ink. This card, whoops, wrong color. We don't want papaya. This card was featured for Kylie Bertucci's training blog hop, and I had made it for that last week, but I wanted to make some more designs using this same fold. So, and you can see I got that much ink on there, and I'm just going to go lightly, and that gives our pumpkin a little bit of shading and more interest to it. I'll close this up before I'm wearing that. And now I had already used, I already die cut a piece of the glimmer paper, and I'll show you these. This is going to go on our background like this. And this comes in 3 colors. It's called Glimmer Specialty Paper. I'm just going to grab it so you can see it. And it comes in a gold. And then Evening Evergreen, it's kind of looking bluish on the screen, but it's Evening Evergreen. And then Very Vanilla. And there's 2 pieces of each in the pack. So that is what I'm using for accents on the card. Now, I probably should have used the adhesive sheet on the back of this, and I did not. I did on some of it, but I did not think about it until I got a little farther in. And I'm just putting tiny dots randomly around here on the back, and then I'm just kind of putting it sideways across the front like this. I'm going to hold it down a minute here. Yeah, I like that die too. And we'll let our glue grab the fibers in that paper. Okay, and now we are going to put the stem on the pumpkin. And I'm just bringing in a little adhesive right here. Put our stem on there. Maybe. Okay, hold it just a little longer. I just got pumpkins yesterday or the day before. I guess it was yesterday. It's my daughter and son, my son and my daughter-in-law sell them. Pumpkins and squash that they grow. And I got a few to go with my mom's out front. It's always fun to decorate for fall. And I'm just going to add a few dimensionals on the back of this to pop it up on the card. I like fall, but it's not my favorite season because I know what's coming after fall. But it is beautiful. I hope the trees are prettier this year than they were last year. They were so dull, the colors last year. All right. And I'm going to put this, I'm going to center it on this panel here, even though it's not technically the center of the card. I'm going to center it there. So we've got our pumpkin and we need a little vine. And that's part of the rustic pumpkin die set. And I did put adhesive sheet on the back of this. So I'm going to just peel that off and stick our vine on there. So the adhesive sheet, I don't know, this is a piece of the gold and you can see it here. It comes in a larger sheet and you just cut off, I don't know if you can see that or not. Cut off how much you want and peel one side and put it on the back of what you're going to die cut. Then you turn it over, you put your die on and you run it through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And so when it comes out, it has this on the back. And then as I did, you just peel that off and your die cut will stick. It's really great for dies that are really detailed and intricate. Like it would have been really nice to have on the back of the big one. But I did survive with adhesive, so. Okay, now we're going to do a sentiment on the front, and I have a piece of basic white scrap paper here, or I did. Let me grab some out of my drawer. Okay, and I'm going to bring in my evening evergreen ink. And let's stamp. This says thinking of you. We'll stamp it right on there. And I'm going to bring in my double oval punch, which is right here. Oh, Joe is in Barcelona, Spain. Wow. That is neat, Rosalie. Cool. How long is he there for? And I'm going to use this lower oval. I think that's about right. That's really cool. And I'm just going to go around the edge again with my sponge that has the evening evergreen on it. And we will pop this up also with dimensional. 10 days. Wow, that's really awesome. Neat. I have never been overseas. Whoops. He'll have lots to show you and tell you, I'm sure. Okay, and we're going to put this thinking of you down here. And it needs a few gems, or at least one. And let's add a couple of these. I'm looking for my take your pick tool. I'm not seeing it, so I'll use my fingers. Put that there, and I'll move this one over here. I'm not really liking that. Let me try moving this up here. That's better. Maybe it's because it's big. Let me try a smaller one. Yeah, let's go with that. And then you can put a 5¼ inch piece on the inside. I'm so not really liking that. Let's try putting this over here. Now we're losing our stickiness there. Okay. I might fuss with that a little more. But there's card number 1 with our fun fold. Thanks, Rosalie. Hey, Chris, I didn't see you on there. It's hard to talk and check that screen at the same time. So if I miss saying hi, it's just that I'm distracted with this, but I'm so glad to have you guys here and watching. Okay, card number 2 is a gift card holder. And I'm grabbing the paper right now. So we have the same fold. It's 8½ by 5½. It's scored at 4¼ and 7. This way. Okay. All right, so we're gonna put a piece of Evening Evergreen cardstock on the inside, right here. And again, I'm using Tombow glue. And we will center that on there. Let's move it over just a little bit. Oh, I've got it crooked. It's hard for me to see because it's white on white here. There we go. All right, and I'm going to put some glue on this because we're going to adhere these sides up. There. And right there. And I'm just going to hold that for a minute and talk. I've been watching for deer to come out. We like in the meadow at night here, and they're fun to watch. Our daughter-in-law had said the Schwan lady said she saw a bear cross into our property. It would have been Friday, I think. I didn't see it. I was watching for it. Oh, mama bear. We have a mama bear around with 4 cubs. thankfully, they haven't been a nuisance to us. And we're hoping it stays that way. I don't dare have a bird feeder in the summer because of it. I've got to hold these down a little longer. And I always look forward to putting the feeder out when probably December, late November rolls around and we know that they're hibernating. Okay, so we've got that down there, and now I have a piece that I'm going to put here, and this is that same textured chic designer series paper, and this has snowflakes on it. And the back is this beautiful dark evening evergreen with a gold pattern. It's kind of a mosaic pattern. And we're going to slide this up in here. Oops, not that far. And then I have a piece to go on the flap here. And again, these measurements will be in the PDF. And I'll put a link for that. It takes me about half an hour after the live to get things uploaded and edited. I do quite a bit of work in the afternoon before that, taking pictures and writing out directions and stuff. Okay, so this is our basic gift card holder, or you could use it for, you can make it this way too. You could put tea in it. You could put a hot chocolate bag in it. And this is our little card that we're going to decorate to go in it. Side. We're going to have a message on the front here. And I am going to glue this flap down and set something on it while I'm doing the card. We'll let that sit and adhere. I'm going to turn that down and set some ink pads on that. All right, so we have this piece of cardstock for our, you can use it to write something on it. Be nice for a little Christmas gift card. And I've die cut snowflakes from that beautiful glimmer paper. I don't know if you can see it better this way, probably. Isn't that pretty? This is the evening evergreen. Yeah, it is pretty. And I'm just gonna, this would have been better if I had used an adhesive sheet on this. It would stick better and be less fussy to deal with. But if you don't have adhesive sheets, you can use glue. And I'm just gonna put that snowflake on there like that. I'm going to let that dry a minute. And I need a piece of scrap cardstock that's 3/4 of an inch by about 4 1/4 inches. And I'm going to stamp on this my sentiment. And let's use, this is from the season of Chic. You make each season of life even more beautiful. And I'm using evening evergreen. All right. Get going the right way here. And I hope that wasn't very good, so I'm just going to turn that over. I've got to stand up. Okay, let's try this again. Huh. I'm gonna grab my photopolymer, my little mat. Really, you get a better image if you stamp with photopolymer, if you stamp on something underneath, even if it's a magazine, you will get a better image. And you can see I'm having trouble stamping that evenly on the table, so let's try this. Oh, there we go. I remember when I first started stamping and I was had something on my lap. I was watching TV and was just trying to stamp with photopolymer and I could not get that whole image to come out, and I thought there was something wrong with the stamp, and it's just the way photopolymer stamps are. You need to have a cushion under there when you do your stamping to get the best image. All right, and I'm going to cut around this. I'm just going to fussy cut, and I'm turning my paper as I do it. My granddaughters, Lillian and Bailey, have a soccer game going on at the moment. My husband went to that. And I'll watch it. It's nice because you can watch it on YouTube now. And we'll go this way. And straight across. I'm going to round this a little bit. And I think kind of going up here by this F. So I'm going to go down a little bit here. All right. So let's bring our card back in here. Had it sitting face down. And this is going to sit in here like so. So you could put a gift card in there with that. This is going to be, I was going to run ribbon across this and I forgot. So I'm going to try to still do it. I have a piece of the Open Weave Evening Evergreen ribbon. So this is a card I did earlier today. And you can see that there's ribbon running underneath this whole thing here, the sentiment. So since I didn't do that, what I'm going to try to do is we'll just cut the ends like that. I'm going to get a piece of tear and tape. Tear and tape is just what it sounds like. You tear off how much you want. And I'm going to put it on in the center here. Rip it right there. And then this adhesive backing comes off the top like this. And I'm going to run a piece of this ribbon across that. These scissors are not cutting good. Okay. And I'm going to lay this down just across like that. I'm going to cut this on a slant on this end. Like that. I'm going to go back in and cut that. I'll have to do it with other scissors that are better for ribbon cutting. But anyways, okay, I'm going to put my sentiment here. And I need my dimensionals. Well, somebody is here. Okay. So we will put, I think I'll put that sitting like that. And then we have some more little snowflakes I'm going to put on there. We're going to put one larger one down. No, I don't want it over there. I want it here. Just like that. We'll hold it a minute. And then can I add this here? I have one more little one. I think I'll put it like that. Okay, and then I'm going to take two of our elegant faceted gems for the two small ones for the centers of these. And then a bigger one for that one. And you could even put one on this too. And I'm gonna also, no, I think I'll leave it. Okay, so we've got a very simple gift card holder here, made out of that same fun fold basic pattern. So there is that idea. And then one more. And this is a Z fold card. And I'm going to need this. I'm bringing that back in. And I cut it all and left it over here on the cupboard, so I'm just grabbing it. Okay. So we have the same card base measurement, except we're using evening evergreen. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 and 7 inches. Let's move these out of the way. Okay, and then we have a second card base on the inside that's also evening evergreen, and this is 8.5 by 4. And we're going to do some scoring on this. Did anybody else have rain today where you were? It rained mostly in the morning here. I'm looking for there it is. And then tomorrow's supposed to be pretty warm, but then I think like Thursday's high is pretty cool. Not very warm. All right, so we're going to score this piece on the long side, on the 8.5 inch side. We're going to score it at 2 3/4. And your scoring blade is a lighter one. Let me bring it down so you can see that better. All right, 2 3/4. Then 5 1/4. And then we're going to pull this arm out and score it at 7 3/4. Right there. Also, you guys, don't forget the Perfect Partner sale is still going on with different dies for stamps that are in the already released, and the like the birthday piggy dies and the apple dies. That's still going on and until they're sold out, and then there's weekly specials too. I know the evergreen open weave ribbon is one of this week's specials. All right, so when you die cut or when you score this little flap here is going to go under like that. And then you're just going to do an accordion fold. So before we attach this to our card base, we're going to add some designer series paper and our inside sentiment piece. So again, we're using the texture Chic. And we've got a inside sentiment piece right here. We're going to add here, but before I do, I'm going to stamp a little sentiment on the edge here, or a sentiment up here and a flower. This is from that same stamp set. And I need pink. We want pink. Okay, let's use petal pink. I'm going to stamp it just on the corner here, just like that. Isn't that pretty? There's a little dot there. I wonder if there's a dot in the stamp. And then I'm going to put my sentiment in evening evergreen, and this is going to be a birthday card. And this says, oh, maybe I did not get it out yet. It says, wishing you the best birthday ever. Okay, I'll wait on that. I can do that anytime. All right, so we'll keep moving on here. And I'm going to adhere this. This little flap, and then this is going to go in the next section right here. Come on. There we go. So this is going to go right here, centered. And then we have a piece of designer series paper that's going to sit in here. And this is the dark green with the beautiful gold in it. It's the piece with the snowflakes on the back. Stampin' in the Valley is Thursday night at 6:30 at the Canisteo American Legion. If you'd like to come, we would love to have you. We have a lot of fun, and it's for all beginners and people who have been stamping for a long time. And you make 6 cards, 3 different designs, 2 of each. And this month I had extra paper, so we're doing, it might be the same card design, but we're using different paper on 2 of them. I'm having trouble getting this out. There we go. Lots of fun. It's free with a $25 purchase or $20. They also have kits for sale there. Okay, so we've got that done. Now on the front of this little section here, I have die cut some little flowers from Petal Pink, and I've also die cut this outline in the gold glimmer paper. Jerry, I would love to have you come. Do you live in the area? We'd love to have you come. Okay, so how you match this up? On this little shape, there's a ridge at the top on this one side. I don't know if you guys can see that. All right, so this little, where this stops, it doesn't continue. This goes at the top of that little ridge on this side. And I did use the sheet adhesive on this. Oh yeah, Jerry, come out. We'd love to have you. It's at 6:30, can't talk, 6:30 Thursday night at the Legion, and it usually lasts till about 8:30. Okay. So isn't that pretty? So there's one flower. We'll do our other flower. So we need to find the top where that little ridge is. And this is going to be at the top here. And we'll pull this adhesive sheet off the back. Okay. And this is going to go on here. Maybe. If I can hang on to it, it's going to go on there. I hear somebody outside with a four-wheeler. Probably kids. Okay, so we've got our two flowers, and we have a leaf, die cut leaf. This is from that same Chic die set. I'm going to take the backing off that. And we're going to put the leaf going up like this. Just like that. And then I'm going to put this flower here. If you come and you can bring your own adhesive, that'd be great. If not, I have adhesive there. Okay, and then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. Somehow. I messed them up. Okay. And then this one is going to layer over this like that. Just like that. Actually, I would like this over a little more. See if I can fix that. There. Okay, and then I'm going to add a center to those. Let's do this pale goldish color. All right, so we're ready to put our card together, except we've got some DSP to go on here. So here is, we're going to put this on right here. I'm going to go with the glue since I'm having trouble with the tape runner. Okay, and then we're going to add a panel here. And this designer series paper and this stamp set bundle are in the annual catalog, not the spring catalog. Oh, come on. Okay, and then we need to add a big piece, 5 1/4 by 4 on the inside. I'll just drop that on the floor. There it is. And we're using that pink with that gold in it. I think that's so pretty. It has seashells on the back for summertime. Okay. All right. So now we're ready to put this together. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of fold this, and I want this, first thing I'm going to do is adhere this front panel to this. So I'm just going to put some adhesive in the middle of this, and you can see if you leave your card, your smaller card along the side about where you need it. Right, and you want this so this is centered with this. And I better stand up and look here. And hold that a minute. Oh, you've got thunder and lightning. Huh. Margaret, you've got rain. You both kind of live over in that area. Oh, Chris, this is um Chic dies, and I know the designer series paper is texture chic or chic. It's probably chic. And the stamp set is Season of Chic bundle. So it's this stamp set right here, Season of Chic, with all the different seasons in it. And then the dies, and with all different dies for the different seasons. And it's in the annual catalog. All right, so now we've got that on the front, and I'm just gonna open this up in this little flap here. I'm gonna put adhesive on or glue. You could use tear and tape too, because you want something that's really gonna hold it good. And what I'm gonna do is just close that. Once you have this centered, you can just close that, and it'll be in the right spot. And the other thing I have to do is I want to use some of that vanilla and gold ribbon on the front here. So I have one that's done over here. And here it is. And it's a pretty card. It makes a pretty card. I might rather want the bow up there, or you might want to run the bow across your designer series paper and tie it on the side so it's hanging out here. It would be pretty that way too. And then it opens like this. Wishing you the best birthday ever. And it looks like this from the top. So our 3 cards are, we've got a gift card holder here. We've got this birthday card. And then we have our pumpkin fall card too. And all using the Texture Chic Designer Series paper and the Season of Chic bundle with the dies and the stamp set. So I do have a PDF tutorial. I don't want to call it a tutorial, but it has the measurements and the supplies. It's free. And then I'll put a link in YouTube description and in the Facebook comments to that. And then if you want to shop and you spend $35 in my online store using this host code at checkout, there's a place at checkout that says host code. I will send you the kits with everything's pre-cut for you to make these, like the ribbon and all the jewels and all of that. And then everything will be die cut for you. And I will also send you, if your order's $50 or more, the elegant faceted gems, a package of those. So I've started teaching piano on Wednesdays, so I've got to switch it to another day. I'm thinking Fridays, and so I have to revisit that. So thank you so much, everybody, for being on here. And I really enjoyed having you here and having some new gals too. And I hope you have a good evening. Take care.